Society is spiritually dead. People say the AI boom will create a meaning crisis in society. I'd argue we already have one. The harsh truth about modern lifestyle is that it's completely void of meaning, purpose, fulfillment. So instead, people gravitate towards escapism, social media, food, comfort, Netflix, politics, news, drama, alcohol, weed, corn, anything that make them feel something in a world that's void of anything real. Now, when I say society, mostly I mean modern institutions. There are some cool-ass people in society doing cool-ass shit. You usually just need to go seek them out. What I've realized is that the good stuff in society is not something that's ever readily available. You need to seek it out. By institution, I mean AKA the society-provided job market. Society-provided institutions. Society provided anything, really. The best stuff is made by the people. The restaurants, the local businesses, the art, the food, the culture. That's what makes a city alive. And what makes people alive as well. These days, it seems like that's getting harder to find. We used to spend our time looking at the stars, questioning existence, exploring ourselves, making each other laugh, going on adventures, creating things. A product, a farm, a family. Now we scroll TikTok, yell at the opposing political party, and binge watch a fantasy Netflix series created by other humans who are actually out there, living and creating. There is nothing within the traditional system that is spiritually nourishing, so people are spiritually void. So how do you combat this? There comes a point in every young creator's life where you must make the shift from NPC to creator mode, where you realize that in order to not end up like everyone else, you must break free and start creating your reality instead of taking whatever slop society wants to shove on your plate. If you don't tell the world who you are, they will tell you who you are, and you won't like what they tell you. The only way people in your hometown know how to make money is to get a job and earn a paycheck. Best case scenario, they get a quote, good job, that pays them a few more shekels than they were already making. If you aren't already aware, let me tell you something. The 9-to-5 era is coming to an end. Those who will thrive in the new world are people who take control of their lives, take control of their career, of their income, of their time and freedom. People who understand who they are and use their skill sets to provide value to society. The first step to a meaningful life is having a strong sense of purpose. Having meaningful work is a surefire way to satisfy this hunger. So how do you have meaningful work in the modern world, where everything seems so dead? Well, it's simple. It's time to become a kid again. Wake that little guy up. It's been a while, right? Instead of scrolling stupid LinkedIn or some dumb site like Indeed, start looking inwards. What are you good at? What have you been putting off? What can you genuinely help people with? What do people mention about you when you talk to them? These are all clues that point to where you need to go. You may be thinking, I haven't done that in so long. I'm not as good as I used to be. It doesn't matter. The point is, your natural talents, even if you haven't sharpened them recently, are sparks. All they need is a little fanning, and they can become a flame. This is where you start. It can be the weirdest thing too. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. Whatever you know how to do, package it up into content. Master content creation, personal brand or faceless. In the modern world, content is distribution. It's marketing. It's how you get your message and your product out. It's how customers find you. It's your home base. Create more of it. Monetize yourself. And you can make money from anywhere in the world, at any time, with anyone. It's the way of the modern human. And we're still early. In the modern world, you don't need degrees, you need skills. Skills are your weapons. Don't worry, most people's weapons are the equivalent of potatoes. Maybe that's even an exaggeration, because at least you can throw potatoes at people and do some damage. What you want is a samurai sword. Sharp, poise, ready to slice through whatever challenge comes your way. What gives us meaning is the journey, something the typical 9-to-5 is completely void of. What makes the journey meaningful is the act of building up this weapon arsenal, sharpening your tools, becoming more dangerous, more capable, more able to make an impact. The higher level your skills, the higher level bosses you can slay, and the more the game unlocks for you. And in order to acquire money in life, you need skills. Money, in my experience, has been a tool that unlocks a very large part of life that you simply don't have access to as a broke kid. It's like playing RuneScape as a kid and suddenly getting access to a member's account. It's almost like a whole new game. Most people have mediocre skills, so they get paid mediocre wages and live mediocre lives. But, you know, you're meant for more. That's why you're watching this. I'm telling you, you have the keys. You just need to unlock the door. To wrap up this point, take control of your destiny. Most people hate their work because of their 9-to-5, but your work should be one of the biggest sources of fulfillment from your life. It's what you spend most of your hours on. Make it something that builds you. Spend your life doing meaningful work. It'll be the most fulfilling, nourishing, difficult, but rewarding thing you can do. Let's move on. Once you have your mission, You need a family. Even the Avengers need a home. The fact of the matter is, if you're the only one in your environment chasing after the goals you are, it's going to be extremely lonely and potentially even unsustainable. You need a squad to call your team. You need people in your corner. You need a network of sharks you hunt with, people ahead of you who can accelerate your speed. Imagine if you had that, instead of people trying to pull you back all day. Imagine how much faster you'd go. One of the other core pillars of living a meaningful life is having deep connections and feeling understood. That need just doesn't get fulfilled if you're a wolf in a room full of sheep, even if you grew up with them and love them. If you're that guy, you need to go seek other people who are that guy. Nobody gets anywhere alone. People make everything worthwhile. The truth is, you can endure any situation with the right people around you. They make even a horrible situation at least fun. If you have good people around you, you've won in life. Stop trying to do everything alone. In a world where we are all isolated, make an effort to seek out community. We must prioritize it, because it isn't a given. Spending your time here on Earth meaningfully, making an impact with your work, surrounding yourself with good people, is the richest way to spend your time here. Ironically, it also is what grants you freedom if you play your cards right. It's the only way. There is no longer a path to freedom following what modern society is offering. You must become a high-agency individual and choose to live life consciously instead of like a programmed robot. I mean, you can do what you want. If you're happy being a sad robot, then be a sad robot. What can I say? If you want to learn about the skills that make you invincible over the next decade, check out the description. Other than that, good luck, guys. Happy creating.